So this is Steve, and I'm here with Allen County Commissioner Bill Brown. He's graciously acquiesced to sit down with us and answer some questions about the counter proposal that was given by the Allen County Commissioners on Tuesday to the city's desires to move out of the city-county building and into Renaissance Square. It was kind of an interesting proposal, one in which you proposed that the Allen County Sheriff would co-locate with the Fort Wayne Police Department in Renaissance Square, and one of the other things, take a co-ownership stake in the building as well. Mm-hmm. I remember sitting down with you in one of the, or not with you, but at one of the meetings, one of the Public Safety Task Force meetings chaired by Liz Brown a month or so ago, and she had talked about, or it was talked about in the meeting, that it wouldn't necessarily make sense to co-locate the sheriff or to move the sheriff's offices that are out at Byron downtown. And now we've got this counter proposal that you guys have come up with. What's changed in the meantime there?
Well, Steve, let me start by thanking you for taking the time, frankly, to come in and get clarity to this. I think that's real important because there has been a number of things happening over the last couple of years. That meeting that Liz Brown hosted, or I should say chaired, is basically a meeting that came out of the Local Government Efficiency Study Committee that talked about co-locating police and the police departments in one building. There is, as we know, a large portion of the city and county budgets that go towards public safety and criminal justice. Within those big expenses is a lot of personnel and equipment, and I think the way we can utilize that the very best and most efficiently is an area where we'll be able to maximize savings for the Allen County taxpayers. And when I say Allen County taxpayers, I want to say that means the 250,000 people, well, they're not all taxpayers, but the population of taxpayers that live in Fort Wayne are two Allen County taxpayers, so we've got to remember that. One of the things that I believe you're talking about with the local government efficiency meeting that Liz chaired, there was some comment, I know, by Chief Gladio that coming downtown and with the patrol people maybe wasn't the most efficient, and if people had to come in to fill out forms, etc. But I do know the sheriff, and in the past, one of the things he's talked about is if there's going to be a presence, if they relocate from the Kidder building out at Byron to downtown. Prior to this, we talked about going to the Community Corrections building, which is over on Harris and Superior. If in fact that became vacated for a new Community Corrections location at another spot, that's when the idea was presented that the sheriff insisted, and we support, satellite offices in outlying Allen County. Now there has been, currently Huntertown has a space all prepared and ready. There has been some talk about potentially Woodburn, although that's not, they have their own police department. There has been some talk about Monroeville, although that's not a specific location either. There's been talk of other locations. I know there is a training opportunity for co-location out at the Fort Wayne, or at the Northeast Indiana Public Safety Training Academy. And whether or not that'll be utilized by the Allen County Sheriff's Department is still an unknown. But there are opportunities. I think the key point to your question is there will be satellites in unincorporated and small town Allen County. So those, in my opinion, and I think the sheriff would agree, this actually gets those services closer to some of the people that live in this county that's over 660 square miles. So that, and I think that's a piece that is absolutely going to get integrated into this co-location if in fact the city does accept, City of Fort Wayne accepts our proposal and moves on the purchase of Renaissance Square.
Mm-hmm.